If you're trying to sell a timeshare, stay away from anyone who contacts you claiming they have a buyer. That's the warning today as investigators name a local couple as suspects in a major consumer protection case. Consumer problem solver Connie Thompson says the couple is accused of deceiving people kind of out of millions of dollars.
You will be shocked at how many millions, Molly. This is part of an international crackdown involving telemarketers that claim they have a buyer for your timeshare. You just need to pay a few $1,000s to get the process started.
Today, we're here to announce a major consumer protection lawsuit that our office has filed against Jonathan and Christine Gibbs of Olympia, Washington.
Their internet images sell them as entrepreneurs and philanthropists, but state investigators say this married couple from Olympia are the brains behind an elaborate timeshare resale network involving layers of company names, including shell companies, devised to make timeshare owners think they had buyers.
They used a bunch of different company names so that no one would be able to tie them to the actual business.
Court documents show they used multiple addresses while operating out of this office building in Lacey. The offices are now empty. A witness took this photo of the company's dumpster filled with computers and victims' personal information that by law is required to be protected. Investigators say the Gibbs operation netted millions by charging bogus upfront fees on victims' credit cards with the promise of making them money on their timeshare sale.
We think that they charged and recovered in excess of $70 million in this scheme.
The case against the Gibbs coincides with the Federal Trade Commission case against a similar timeshare reseller in the Dominican Republic.
He got at least $10 million from people all over the United States. It's a huge amount of money.
It's awful. It's just awful.
Shame on them for doing this to people that can't afford it.
Investigators say most timeshare resale scam victims are older and in need of cash, prime targets for a convincing promise that a buyer is at hand. But the buyers never exist. As for whether the victims will ever see their money,
we try, but more often than not, the money has been spent or has been wired to the Grand Caymans or the Dominican Republic or someplace else, and it's pretty tough to get back.
More than 80 cases were filed today against dozens of deceptive vacation operations across the country. In the local case, investigators accused Jonathan and Christine Gibbs of transferring ownership of all those timeshares to themselves. MoneyWorks is next.